Once upon a time, in a sunny little village surrounded by tall green trees, there lived a sweet and cheerful girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She was called that because she always wore a bright red hooded cloak made by her loving grandmother. One beautiful morning, her mother called out, "Red Riding Hood, Grandma isn't feeling well today. Would you please take her this basket of food?" Red Riding Hood smiled brightly and said, "Of course, Mama. I'll go right away." Her mother handed her the basket filled with fresh bread, butter, and sweet jam. "Stay on the path, my dear," her mother warned, "and don't talk to strangers in the forest." Red Riding Hood nodded happily and skipped off down the trail. The forest was full of sunshine and singing birds. Red Riding Hood hummed a happy tune, picking a few flowers along the way. But then, from behind a tree, a tall gray wolf appeared. "Good morning, little girl," the wolf said softly. Red Riding Hood wasn't afraid. "Good morning, Mr. Wolf. I am going to visit my grandma who lives in the cottage by the big oak tree." The wolf's eyes twinkled with a sneaky idea. He smiled kindly and said, "How thoughtful. Why not pick some more flowers for your grandmother? She'll love them." Red Riding Hood thought that was a wonderful idea, and as she stopped to gather more flowers, the wolf hurried ahead through the woods toward Grandma's house. When Red Riding Hood finally arrived, she knocked gently on the door. "Grandma, it's me," she called. A weak voice from inside answered, "Come in, my dear." Red Riding Hood stepped in slowly, and there in the bed was the wolf, wearing Grandma's nightcap and glasses. "Grandma," Red Riding Hood said, "what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my dear," the wolf said in a low voice. "And Grandma, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear." "And Grandma, what big teeth you have." "All the better to eat you with," growled the wolf, jumping out of bed. Red Riding Hood screamed, but just then a brave woodcutter who was nearby heard her cry. He rushed into the cottage, swung open the door, and chased the wolf away deep into the forest. Grandma came out from the closet where she had been hiding, safe and sound. Red Riding Hood ran into her arms and said, "Oh, Grandma, I was so scared." Her grandmother smiled and hugged her tight. "It's all right now, my dear, but remember, never talk to strangers again." From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood always stayed on the path and never forgot her mother's advice. She and her grandmother enjoyed their tea and bread together, laughing about their wild adventure in the woods. And they lived happily ever after. And that's the end of our magical story. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new adventure. Bye bye, little friends.